jumping up for the Northeast Rebels will be Travis Moore. He'll be jumping up against Casey Harriman. Our officials, Randy Bloom from Ankeny, Dan O'Rourke from Indianola. The ball in the air, the tip controlled by the Falcons. They get it into the hands of Eric Edson. Right side pass, Gates with the ball. He drives baseline. Send it back out now. This is Vermise with the ball. Back out front, Casey Harriman. Harriman drives into the lane. Short jumper away, no good. Rebound comes to Kyle Peters. To Brooks. Brooks bringing it into the front court. Drives into the lane, pushes it off the glass too hard. Rebound deflected out front where it comes to the Falcons and to Vermise. They get into the hands now of Gates. Gates spins into the lane, kicks it back outside to Edson. Edson stripped of the ball, but it does come to the Falcons. With the ball, Gates, he'll dribble it back out front. Right side now, Vermise with the ball. Back out front, Eric Hansen touching it for the first time. Jumper from three is good by Eric Edson. Edson hits the three. The Falcons on the board. 7:05 to play here in the opening quarter. Timon Brooks, crossover dribble into the lane. Wanted to go down low with the pass. It was deflected. We're going to get a jump up, and the possession arrow will favor Northeast. It'll be Rebel basketball and underneath their basket. Possession arrow should give it to Northeast, as the Falcons did control the opening tip, and now where it's situated. And it'll be Brooks who will play it in. Brooks lobs it out to Dietrich, off his hand, and he gets it just in front of the timeline. Could have been an over and back. Lawler, low to Peters, and Peters called for a travel. Gates was there defensively. Instead of Peters going up strong, he tried to send it back out and slid his pivot foot. 3-0 BCIG, and bringing it into the front court is Eric Hansen. Hansen with the ball, takes it right side off his screen, into the lane, stripped of the ball on the way up, and it comes to Lawler. Outlet to Brooks, pushing it ahead to Dietrich here on the near side. Dietrich dribbles it back out, and now a long three, and he banks it in. Dylan Dietrich, well beyond the arc, banks one in from the left side, and we are tied at 3 early. Driving into the lane, and scoring is Vermise. Josh Vermise curling into the lane with the dribble, and it is 5-3 Falcons. Brooks spins to his right. Right there defensively with him is Gates. Dietrich, baseline drive, shot off the glass, no good, and an offensive charge on Dylan Dietrich. That'll turn it over to the Falcons. Brooks dropping back defensively as they do get it into Eric Hansen. Hansen just a sophomore, but a fine all-around athlete. Brings it into the front court, their second leading scorer. Brooks with the steal at midcourt. Hansen gave him a little bit of a push that he got away with, and it is going to go over to BCIG. Brooks picked his pocket right at midcourt. He was going after the ball, and Hansen kind of gave him a little shove, and the ball will go back over to the Falcons. And walking it into the front court is the sophomore Hansen. Again, Brooks on him defensively. They go right side. Pass out front. Harriman from three. In and out, no good. Rebound, Travis Moore of the Rebels. Brooks ahead far side. Dietrich with the basketball. Being guarded by Vermise. Dietrich from three. The shot no good. Rebound, Hansen. He pushes it ahead for the Falcons. He's got Gates to his right. He gets him the ball. Gates flips and goes down. Ball loose out front. And it is going to come to the Falcons. Gates ends up with it. Into the lane. And he travels. Matt Gates with the travel. Our score 5-3 BCIG, 5:14 to play here in the opening quarter. Both teams at 24-1. Again, the combined records of the 8 teams in this Class 2A field, 190-10 with the basketball. Is Lawler in front of the BCIG bench. He drives into the lane, stripped of the ball, and it comes into the hands of Vermise. Vermise throwing it ahead in the lane. Gates, shot no good. Moore with the rebound. And the Rebels may be looking to push it up the floor as well. Nick Edson getting ready to come into the basketball game. Right now, Travis Moore with the dribble to Brooks. Brooks with it between the rings. 4:30 to play, first quarter. Crossover dribble. Fall away shot in the lane, no good. We got a whistle and a foul in underneath, a push-off on Lawler. Lawler ended up with the rebound. He gave a little bit of a shove to get that position, and so it'll go over to the Falcons. And into the basketball game, Nick Edson, a 6-foot senior. Actually, the foul was on Peters, excuse me. Kyle Peters, the personal foul. His first, team second, with the ball out front. Is Hansen. They reverse right side to Vermeij. Out front to Hansen. Harriman hasn't touched the ball much. Lawler on him defensively, trying to deny him the ball. Edson just into the basketball game. Gets the ball now to Eric Edson. So the two Edson boys on the floor, and the Falcons turn it over. Moore ended up with the loose ball. Rebels trailing 5-3. 4 minutes gone by. Both teams getting off to a slow start. That we saw that in our first game. Peters in the lane, sends it back. Lawler bluffs the three, drives the lane, leaves it for Peters. Shot in underneath. And the Rebels have their first lead at 7-5. We are back at the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. Harriman in the lane, wanting to get the ball to Gates, who loses it out of bounds. Another Falcons turnover, and the Rebels have it back. Casey Harriman hasn't really had a chance to get going offensively. Jeff Lawler's done a great job on him here early. Falcons drop back defensively. Into the ball game for the Rebels is Trevor Kleppe. Kleppe, a 6-foot senior. Brooks with the dribble out front, now to Lawler. The Rebels spread the floor a bit offensively. Moore from 17, no good. Rebound, Dietrich in the lane. He gets the short jumper. 9-5 Rebels. 2:48 to play, first quarter. With it out front, Gates. He's got the dribble between the rings. Moore on him defensively. Right side to Edson. Edson with Kleppe on him. Rebels man for man. They go low. Harriman in underneath. Makes the catch. Lays it in for his first field goal of the night. Again, he averages better than 30 points a ball game. 9-7 Northeast. 2:20 to play here in our opening quarter. Moore with the ball on the wing. We'll send it out front to Brooks. Brooks back to Moore, who's out near center circle. Right side now to Dietrich. Again, the Rebels spreading the floor. Dietrich with the ball. Lawler comes over to set a screen. Dietrich driving the lane. Left-handed shot too hard. Lawler the rebound, has it blocked. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Rebel basketball. Dietrich let it go out of bounds, and now taking the time to relace his shoe. Into the basketball game, Josh Vermeij, and coming out Nick Edson. And now into the basketball game, this is Jared Bogue, a 5'11 senior. It is going to be Rebels ball baseline. They lead at 9-7. Lawler to play it in. In it comes to Dietrich in front of the Falcons bench. To Brooks, drives the lane, dumps low to Moore, slides in. And his shot is blocked by Hansen. Comes out to Vermeij. Running ahead, his shot no good, but he was fouled. Nice block by Hansen. And we're going to get 2 free throws coming here for Josh Vermeij. Vermeij is going to the free throw line. Vermeij is on the year. 85% from the line. Didn't get there much. Foul on Kleppe is first. Free throw shot is up and good. And now Josh Vermeij with an opportunity to tie our game. We've had a couple of ties and 1 lead change. Free throw shot is good, and we are tied at 9-all. Bringing it into the front court, Timon Brooks with the right-hand dribble. Takes it to the far wing. Gives up the dribble. Now Dietrich comes over to take the ball from him. Dietrich being guarded by both. With the basketball now is Moore. Moore to Brooks out front. Rebels again spread the floor. Crossover dribble. Baseline pass. Clumpy wide open in underneath. Doesn't get the shot. Rebound Lawler. We got a whistle and a foul in underneath. I believe it's going to be on Harriman. That'll be his first. Clumpy shot rimmed all the way around and came out. Foul was on the rebound, not on the shot, so it'll be Rebels ball baseline, and it'll be Brooks who will play it in. Left side now to Dietrich. Dietrich working the baseline to the basket. Has it blocked from behind. It'll be Falcons basketball, and with the ball is Gates. Gates, right side pass. Edson, or back that for Mize. Missed the three, missed it badly. Rebound Brooks. Outlet to Dietrich. Doesn't have the numbers. Wanted to get it to Clumpy, threw it high and behind him. It comes to Hanson. Falcons going the other way. We are tied at 9. Less than a minute to play here in the first quarter. Jumper away by Gates is good. Straight on shot. Matt Gates his first field goal. And the Falcons are on top 11-9. 40 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Brooks with the ball. Sends it back out to Lawler on the left wing. Lawler puts it to the floor. Drives into the lane. Kicks right side to Moore. Moore back out front to Dietrich to Brooks. 24 seconds to play. Brooks into the lane. Running shot. High arcing shot. No good. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Falcons. So the Rebels will have it in underneath their basket. And to play it in will be Jeff Lawler. Trailing 11-9. Rebels ball in underneath their basket. Lawler looking to play it in. Has to throw it in to Brooks, who loses the handle on it. Tried to get a timeout and did. The lob pass out to midcourt. Brooks able to get a 20-second timeout, so we will stay here with 17 seconds remaining. BCIG was up 5-3. The Rebels ran in 6 straight to go up 9-5. Now the Falcons have run in 6 straight. They have the lead right now at 11-9. You're in tune to KROS. Clinton, Iowa. Should Northeast win, they will play Thursday afternoon at 2 o'clock, and we will have that game for you. So it is going to be Rebel ball, and they will have it at midcourt with 17 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Both teams kind of just feeling each other out here in this opening quarter. One of the officials coming over to talk to Tyler Edwards, the head coach. I think Harriman out of the ball game, but has to come back in. They wanted to get Eric Edson back into the ball game, but Harriman has to stay on the floor. So the Rebels play it into the backcourt to Brooks. Clock starts. He's got it between the rings. We're now down to 12 seconds. Brooks with the ball will now get it to Dietrich. 8 seconds. Dietrich goes right side to Clumpy. Still a ways from the basket. Pass out front to Brooks. Brooks is going to fire a pass to Moore. Shot away. Will not count. It came after the horn had sounded. At the end of the first quarter, BCIG on top of the Northeast Rebels, 11-9. We'll be back in 1 minute. And we welcome you back to the Wells Fargo Arena. It is going to be Falcons ball to begin the second quarter. They lead the Rebels 11-9. Vermeis with the basketball. Out front it comes down to Harriman. Left side to Hanson. They lob to Harriman. Makes the catch, but left his shot a little short. Lawler with the rebound. Brooks with the ball into the front court now for Northeast. He drives right to the lane. One-handed shot too strong. The rebound, Harriman. Harriman pushing it ahead. Crossover dribble. Lawler slapped it away from him. They send it out front. With the ball left side is Vermeis. Now to Harriman. Jumper away, good. Harriman with the catch. And a quick turnaround shot to make it 13-9. Falcons go up by 4. Tim and Brooks in the ball game that we saw at Cedar Rapids Prairie, the sub-state did not take a shot until about the second half. He's already fired up a lot of shots here early. It is a steal by Vermeis, but he steps on the sideline out of bounds. Josh Vermeis with a steal of a pass, but tiptoeing on the sideline, couldn't stay in bounds. Rebels get it back, down by 4. Pass to Dietrich, and that pass contested by Vermeis, and it is going to be Falcons basketball. Last touch by Dietrich. So the Northeast Rebels down by 4. Falcons with the basketball. Matt Gates will leave it out front now for Hanson. 6:45 to play first half. With the ball, Harriman from 3. The shot is good. Back-to-back field goals by Harriman. Makes it now 16-9 Falcons as they have ran in 11 straight points. Brooks to Clippy. Clippy back out front now to Brooks. Man-for-man defense by the Falcons. Brooks in the lane. Dumps low to Myers. Gets a couple of men in the air. Gets the basket. Draws the foul. And he'll go to the line. Now that's what Brooks does best. Driving into the lane and then dishing rather than forcing up a shot. At the free throw line will be Kyle Peters, trying to complete a 3-point play. That ends that 11-point run by the Falcons. Free throw shot no good. Rebound Hanson. Outlet for Mize. Ahead to Gates. Gates coming in right side and foul on the way in. Clippy and Brooks were both there. Let's see who it is going to be on. And it is going to be on Clippy. That'll be his second and the team's fourth. Either side in the bonus. Falcons ball baseline, and it'll be Eric Edson who will play it in. Plays it in underneath to Harriman, and he is fouled on the way up. And 2 free throws coming for Harriman. Foul this time is going to be on Peters, his second. So Clippy and Peters each with 2 fouls. And here is Casey Harriman at the free throw line, shooting 2. The first one is up and good. The All-Stater Harriman. Coming into the ball game now will be Travis Moore, and checking out will be Clippy. One more free throw more, Harriman. That shot on its way good. He gets them both. Falcons by 7. They drop back defensively as Brooks brings it into the front court. Brooks into the lane, kicks it back left side to Lawler. They've done a great job on Dietrich. Lawler into the lane. DeMoore, shot off the glass, good. Rebels a lot better job of running their offense the last 2 trips down. Hanson with it. Right side pass now to Vermeis for the Falcons. And off of the ball, we've got a whistle and a foul. We're going to get a hold, I believe, on Lawler. And it is going to be on Jeff Lawler. That will be his first. Again, he has drawn the assignment of trying to guard Casey Harriman. First thing you want to do is try and deny him the ball. Official's timeout. Looks like he's having a little trouble with his whistle right now. Now we're set to go. Play the ball in will be Gates to Edson. Back out it comes to Gates to Harriman with the ball. Crossover dribble. And Brooks takes it away from him. Brooks pushing it ahead, but the Falcons get back defensively, and now we're going to get a foul. Going to be on the Falcons. And it is going to be on Eric Edson. That'll be his first. 5:37 to play first half. Rebels down 18-13, have the ball on the side. Moore plays it into Lawler, low to Peters. Peters in underneath, lays it up and good, and he was fouled. Kyle Peters very strong on the low block, muscled his way up and in. Gets the basket, and now we'll try and complete the 3-point play. The foul was on Edson. 2 quick fouls on him. Eric Edson will check out, and Nick Edson will come into the basketball game. Peters at the line where he is 0 of 1. 1 free throw coming. That is up and no good. He lets it short. Rebound Moore. He goes up high off the glass. Doesn't get it. Rebound Harriman of the Falcons. Outlet now to Gates. Gates gets it it ahead to Vermeij. Shot no good. Battle for the rebound, and the Falcons end up with a Vermeij's running shot in the lane, no good. Ball out of bounds, and they are going to give it to the Northeast Rebels. 5:17 to play first half, 18-15. Rebels down by 3. A 4-5 seed game, with the Rebels being the 4 seed in their home white. With the ball low is Moore. On the low block, gets the shot, and draws the foul, and it is going to be on Harriman, and that'll be his second. So Travis Moore on the low block gets the shot to drop, and the foul on Harriman, his second. At the free throw line, Moore with an opportunity now to tie our game. Moore's free throw shot on its way, up and good, and we are tied at 18 all, our 4th tie of the first half. 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Hanson guarded out front by Brooks. Brooks almost picks his pocket, and now the loose ball does come to Northeast. Brooks ahead, finger rolls it up, no good. Moore putback is. Travis Moore with the putback, and it was all set up by the quick hands of Timon Brooks as he stripped the pocket of Eric Hansen. Timeout going to be taken by Battle Creek Ida Grove, and it is going to be a full timeout. 4:45 left to be played here in the opening half. The Rebels have taken the lead at 20-18, back in 30 seconds. Welcome back to the Wells Fargo Arena. The Rebels on a 9-point run on top, 20-18. It'll be Falcons ball. Harriman drives into the lane. Pull-up jumper is good, and we are tied at 20 all. Harriman has scored most of their points here in this quarter. Brooks to Dietrich from 3, no good. Rebound Peters, sends it back out front to Lawler in the lane. His shot in and out. Lawler keeps it alive, but it comes to Harriman, and we're going to get a foul, I believe, on Moore or Lawler. We'll wait and see. It appears it is going to be on Moore. That'll be his first. Neither side in the bonus, or are we? Yes, we are. Harriman will be going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. So Harriman at the line. He has all of their points here in the second quarter, all 9 of them. Free throw shot is up, no good, and the rebound Moore. So Harriman, a very good free throw shooter, misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Rebels ball, Lawler with it. Low to Peters, turns baseline, lays it up and in. Very tough to stop on the low block, a very strong young man. Peters puts the Rebels up 22-20, our third lead change of the first half. Lob intended for Harriman, Lawler with the steal. But the Falcons get the ball back, and now the Rebels end up with it. Ahead to Peters, he will lay it up and in. It went back and forth between the two sides, and the Rebels end up with a loose ball. Peters running the floor. Harriman, or Gates rather, wanting to go low to Harriman, and the steal by Lawler. Really trying to force the ball to Harriman, and they've turned it over their last 2 trips down. Rebels have it back. Dietrich, baseline drive through the lane. Open baseline, turnaround is good. They thought he was going to send it back out onto the wing. He turned baseline, and he was wide open. And he hits the short jumper. And the Rebels are up now 26-20. Another timeout taken by the Falcons. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Well, the Rebels were down 18-11. Since that time, they have outscored the Falcons 15-2, and they've been doing it by getting the ball in underneath. Travis Moore and Kyle Peters have scored the majority of those points. Dietrich with that short little baseline jumper. 26-20 with 3:14 to play here in the opening half. We've had 3 lead changes and 5 ties in this ball game. Sophomore Hansen walking into the front court. Brooks will pick him up out front. Left side now to Harriman. Harriman with the dribble. Passes right side Hansen to the baseline. In the corner now Gates. Slapped away from behind, but it comes to Vermeis. Falcons keep the ball. Gates has got it out front. He drives left to the lane. Pass low in underneath Edson. Gets it to Harriman. Harriman foul. Going to be on Travis Moore. That'll be his second. And Harriman at the line, shooting 2 this time. He was just there, shooting the front end of the 1-and-1 and missed that free throw. He'll be shooting 2 this time. Harriman again has scored all of their points here in the second quarter, and he adds another one. Harriman will have 1 more free throw. Clumpy into the ball game for the Rebels, and it'll be Travis Moore who will come out. 2:48 to play, first half. 1 more free throw now for Harriman. That is on its way and good. He gets them both. 26-22 Northeast. Tim Brooks walking into the front court. Dietrich, Lawler, Peters, and Clumpy on the floor with them. The Rebels the higher seed in their home white. Brooks has it out front. Left side pass. Dietrich open from 3. The shot no good. Rebound. Clumpy stripped to the ball. Gets it back. Goes up again. Gets it. Clumpy did not give up. In traffic, surrounded by 3 Falcons. His second shot dropped. 28-22 in favor of Northeast. Vermeis out front to Hansen. Right side Harriman. Back to Hansen. They reverse left side. Vermeis in the far corner with the basketball. Back out front Hansen. It's like the Rebels have gone to his zone. Vermeis with the ball. Back out front. It comes down to Hansen. To the baseline. Jumper away. Good. Hansen, the first Falcon outside of Harriman to score here in the second quarter. 28-24 Northeast. 1:45 to play, first half. Lawler with the ball into the lane. Leaves it for Peters. Lays it up and in. They continue to go down low. And Peters makes it 30-24. Falcons nearly throw it away. Hansen with the ball out by the timeline. Now to Harriman. Crossover dribble into the free throw circle. His pass deflected, but he runs it down. Harriman working right side, and we're going to get a blocking foul on Tim Brooks. Brooks going to pick up the personal foul. That'll be his first, and that'll send Harriman to the line again. I would imagine he gets to the line a lot. Well, yeah, 229 trips. He made 172 of those, a 75% free throw shooter. Free throw shot is up and good, so he will have his bonus shot. Getting to the free throw line 229 times in a season is quite a bit. 1 more free throw now. Free throw shot is good. He got them both. But again, he is the state's 8th all-time leading scorer. He is going to sit down now with 1:25 to play as Matt Gates checks back in. Rebels ball, up by 4. Brooks into the front court. Just 1:15 left to be played. Falcons have now gone to his zone. And Brooks is just going to dribble the ball out front. I don't think he would mind at all if the last minute ran off the clock. We're now down to 1:05. Left side pass to Lawler. Now the Falcons come out a little bit. Brooks with the ball back out to the timeline. Goes right side now to Clippy. Back to Brooks. He's out near the center circle with it, holding it under his left arm. Vermeis now is going to come out on him. Brooks drives into the lane, kicks it left side. Dietrich passes up the 3, dribbles it back out. They get it to Lawler. Lawler to the baseline. Clippy, or rather to Peters. Now Clippy with the ball right side. 35 seconds to play, first half. Rebels holding the ball up by 4, 30-26. Lawler with the basketball, gives up the dribble. Dietrich comes out to take it. Dylan Dietrich now with the basketball. 20 seconds to play. Dietrich into the free throw circle, backs it out, reverses dribble. And now is stolen by Vermeij. And Vermeij on the way up the floor is fouled. Rebels held it for exactly a minute and then turned it over. And in the double bonus are the Falcons, and Vermeij going to the free throw line to shoot two. Again, did not get to the line a lot, but a 85% free throw shooter. And a chance to cut that lead in half. Foul was on Lawler, his second. 12 seconds remain here in the opening half. And at the free throw line with two free throws coming will be Vermeij. First one is up and no good. He left it short. Getting into the ball game, Jared Bogue, a 5'11 senior. One more free throw now for Vermeij. That is on its way in and out. He missed them both. Lawler the rebound. Outlet Brooks into the front court, 9 seconds. Brooks into the lane. Left it low in the hands of Kleppe. Tie up. Possession arrow. And still going to be Northeast ball. Brooks got into the lane and then threw a pass down around the ankles of Kleppe. So with 5 seconds remaining, Northeast ball baseline. Lawler will play it into Dietrich. Shot from the corner for three. Good! 33-26. Half-court shot by Gates, well short. The first half ends. Northeast on top, 33-26. And we'll be back to recap that first half for you in 90 seconds. Welcome back to Des Moines to have the first half statistic handed to us. It's kind of interesting. Battle Creek Ida Grove, they have only put up 15 field goal attempts, have made 8 of those 15. The Northeast Rebels have got on 31 shots, so twice as many attempts. 15 of 31 from the floor, and Kyle Peters a perfect 6 of 6. Dylan Dietrich 4 of 9, Moore 4 of 7. Free throws, well, a big advantage there for the Falcons. They went to the line 11 times, made 8. Harriman was 6 out of 7. The Rebels only to the line 3 times, making 1 out of 3. Moore made his free throw. Peters 0 for 2. They're the only 2 got to the line for Northeast. Rebounding advantage big to the Rebels. They have 17 boards to 10 for Battle Creek Ida Grove, and of their 17 rebounds, 9 of them are offensive rebounds. Battle Creek Ida Grove has only 1 offensive rebound. Turnovers, Falcons turned it over 11 times, while Northeast has turned it over a total of 8 times. So those are your first half statistics. Again, the Rebels on top 33-26. The Falcons are back out on the floor. The Rebels back out as well. We'll have that second half for you in 1 minute. And welcome back to the Wells Fargo Arena. We're just about ready to begin the second half of play. You're in tune to KROS Clinton, Iowa. Glad to have you along. Again, the winner of this ball game will face the number 1 seed, the Gales of Fort Dodge St. Edmund, earlier defeating Osage 61-50. Of course, this is a 4-5 seeded ball game. The other 2 quarterfinals will be played tomorrow here at Wells Fargo Arena. Again, 3 lead changes, 5 ties. Each side had runs. The Rebels were up 9-5 when the Falcons put together a run of 11 unanswered that put them up 16-9 early in the second quarter. Then with the score 18-11, Northeast would outscore the Falcons 15-2 to go up 26-20, and they have a 7-point advantage as we get ready to begin the second half. Now, the Rebels will be working away from us this half. The Falcons will be coming toward us. We are just behind the BCIG bench here at courtside at Wells Fargo Arena. It is going to be Falcons ball. Northeast have Brooks, Dietrich, Moore, Lawler, and Kleppe there, or Peters, their starting 5 out on the floor. Vermeis will play it in. Harriman is in there. Hansen, also Gates, and Eric Edson. So it is going to be Falcons ball. And Hansen with it right side. Brooks on him defensively. Brooks deflects his pass, and it comes to Lawler. Falcons turn it over on their first possession. Brooks sends it back to Dietrich. Dietrich drives into the lane, loses it off the dribble. Gates has it for the Falcons. He pushes it ahead, going to take it all the way, shot no good. Foul on the way in, and he'll have 2 free throws coming. Foul is going to be on Brooks. And Brooks picking up the personal foul. And going to the free throw line will be Gates. Free throw shot is up and no good as that rims out. One more free throw opportunity now for Matt Gates. That is on its way and good. He gets 1 out of 2. Makes it 33-27. Falcons drop back defensively as Brooks brings it into the front court. Just beginning our second half of play. 33-27 Northeast. Brooks spins into the lane. Shot off the glass. No good. And the rebound to Hansen of the Falcons. Hansen into the front court. Right side. Gates into the corner. Vermeis. The shot is good. Excuse me. That was Edson hitting the three-point shot to make it now 33-30. So Eric Edson hits his second 3 of the night, and the Rebel lead has been trimmed to 3. Lawler with the ball out front. A minute gone by here in the third quarter. Lawler in the lane, sends it back to Brooks. Right side to Dietrich. Jumper from 3 is good. Dylan Dietrich hits from beyond the arc. 36-30 Northeast. Hansen's pass left side, kicked out of play by Dietrich. Dietrich grabbing the back of his right leg. May have pulled a hamstring slightly as he tried to kick that ball defensively. With the shot away, Gates in and out, no good. Dietrich the rebound. Well, he seems to be all right as he pushes it up the floor. Dietrich to the baseline, gets a couple men in the air, sends it back out now to Brooks. Brooks crossover dribble into the lane. Finger rolls it up, hits the bottom of the rim, no good. Out of bounds, and it is going to be Falcon basketball. So Brooks again into the lane. Got in a little too far underneath the basket that time as he tried to finger roll it up and in. 36-30 Northeast. Falcons ball. With it out front, Hansen. Right side pass now to Vermeis. Back out front to Hansen. They go low. Pass in the middle. Deflected comes to Harriman. Harriman left of the lane. Jumper away. Good. Casey Harriman makes it 36-32. Northeast by 4. 2 minutes gone by here in our third quarter. Brooks with the basketball out front. Being guarded by Hansen. Left side pass. Moore comes out to take it. He puts it to the floor. Pass low, intended for Lawler. Kicked out of play by Harriman. Northeast will have it in underneath their basket. And to trigger it in will be Travis Moore. In left side to Dietrich. Dietrich in the corner. Sends it out front to Brooks. Good defense by Vermeis. Brooks into the lane. Sends it back to Moore. Brooks comes back out to take it. Tim Brooks with the ball. Crossover into the lane. Left side pass. Moore, 18-footer. No good. And the rebound comes to BCIG. They throw it ahead. Vermeis runs it down along the baseline. And we're going to get a foul on Dylan Dietrich. A little bit of a push. Picking up the personal foul, Dietrich. That'll be his second. It is going to be Falcons ball, and to play it in, Eric Edson lobs it out front. Dietrich got a hand on it, and we're going to get a foul on Dietrich. The ball coming out to mid-court. Dietrich going for the interception. Instead, gets whistled for the foul. 2 quick fouls on him. He now has 3. Falcons with the ball, down by 4. Hansen with it. Right side pass now to Vermeis. Back Hansen. They reverse left side Edson. Harriman in the corner for 3. The shot no good. And on the rebound, Vermeis over the back of Lawler. Travis Moore came out defensively, and he caused Harriman to alter his shot a bit. It is going to be Northeast ball. The foul again on Vermeis, his first. Inbounds comes to Dietrich as this time BCIG picking them up in the backcourt, and it'll be Dietrich who walks it up for the Rebels. Dietrich into the lane, gets his man in the air, 14-footer, good. Good one-on-one move, Dietrich against Vermeis, 38-32 Northeast, 4:50 to play, third quarter. With the basketball, this is Gates, kicks it left side to Edson. Harriman in the corner, Harriman along the baseline, gets it to Edson in the corner for three, the shot no good. Long rebound comes to Harriman. His shot in the lane is good, and he was fouled by Peters. Peters is going to pick up the personal foul, and for Kyle, that'll be his third. Harriman ended up with the loose ball, got into the lane, hits the running shot, and draws the foul. He'll be at the free throw line. The shot is up and good. Three-point play by Harriman. Three-point lead Northeast, 38-35. Brooks into the front court. Left side pass, Moore. Moore puts it to the floor, now to Brooks. Out front, on the right wing, with the dribble, into the lane, goes right side to Dietrich. Dietrich in the corner, jumper from three is no good. Rebound, Harriman of the Falcons. He dribbles it out of there, gets it ahead to Vermeis, lays it up, no good. Rebound on the floor, a battle for it. Lawler able to get it to Dietrich on the floor. Dietrich pushing it ahead, into the lane, and he knifes it up and in. Dylan Dietrich taking it to the basket. He has scored all 7 Northeast points here in the third quarter. 40-35 Rebels. 3:50 to play, third quarter. Quite a battle between these two 24-1 teams. Edson for three. Shot no good. Rebound in underneath. And we got a foul in underneath on Harriman. Harriman and Lawler battling for the rebound, and that is going to be 3 on Casey Harriman. Comes with 3:39 to play here in the third quarter. Brooks picked up in the backcourt by Hansen. Brooks to the top of the key, left side to Kleppe, who's come into the game. Low to Lawler, through the lane, to Moore, who lays it up and in. A nice assist through the lane by Lawler to Moore for the layup. 42-35. Rebels get that lead back up to 7. Edson right in front of us, bluffs the three. Kleppe nearly tied him up. Pass back out front now to Eric Hansen. Hansen with the basketball. Left side now to Edson. They go low. This is Gates, and Kleppe took it away from him. Ahead to Dietrich. Dietrich, crossover dribble, lost it off the dribble. Ball on the floor, and the Falcons end up with it. Gates has got it back into the lane, and we got a whistle to stop play. A foul on the way in. I believe it is going to be on Lawler. It is. For Jeff Lawler, that is his third. He becomes the third Northeast player to pick up his third personal foul. 2:52 to play, third quarter. In it comes. They work it around, right side, Harriman to Edson. Back out front now to Harriman. Being guarded now by Brooks out front. Harriman through the free throw circle, left side to Hansen. Baseline shot away, good. Tough shot by the sophomore, but he gets it to go. 42-37. Rebels up by 5. Brooks with the dribble between the rings. Now Dietrich comes out to take it from him. Dylan Dietrich with the basketball. Working against Vermeis will go to Brooks. Brooks with the ball out near center circle. Brooks crossover dribble left of the lane. Lays it up and no good. He left it short. Rebound Moore. The putback is good. Travis Moore with the putback basket, and now Eric Hansen of Battle Creek Ida Grove is shaken up. Looked like he sprained his ankle, twisted his ankle. And Eric Hansen evidently down at this end of the floor, and now is going to come out with 2:06 to play. So they're fine, 6'3" sophomore, their second leading scorer, trying to walk it off right now. Comes with 2:06 left to be played here in the third quarter. And they got into the basketball game Nick Edson to replace him. Looks like they're going to retape the left ankle. It is Falcons basketball. And they play it in to Gates in the backcourt. Gates guarded out front by Brooks, goes left side, gives up the dribble, gets it down to Harriman. Harriman, left side. Gates from three, the shot, no good. Rebound, Travis Moore. 1 and out for the Falcons. And the Rebels turn it over on the outlet pass. Brooks wanted to go to Waller, threw it high and behind him. It'll go right back over to BCIG. With the ball out front is Gates. Left side pass, Harriman. Lefty comes out on him as they play zone. Harriman in the corner, pass off the dribble out front to Cates. Back to Harriman in front of his bench. Harriman from three, the shot is no good. The rebound comes to Clippy. We're going to get a tie-up. Possession arrow is going to give it to Northeast. Harriman came crashing in after his own missed shot and evidently tied up Clippy. They continue to work on the left ankle of Eric Hansen right in front of us. 1:30 to play, third quarter. 44-37. Jared Bogue has come into the basketball game for the Falcons. Brooks with the ball out front as Northeast spreads the floor. Waller with the basketball. He'll put it to the floor a couple of times. Still with the dribble. Now Moore comes out to take it near the timeline to Brooks. Brooks into the lane, almost loses it off the dribble, able to get it to Dietrich as he's going down. Northeast keeps the ball less than a minute to play here in the third quarter. Dietrich with the ball, baseline jumper away, no good. Rebound Moore, goes up, lays it in. Travis Moore with his second putback basket. 46-37, the Rebels build it to 9. Gates with the ball, pass into the corner, a steal by Clippy. Gets it ahead to Brooks, 2-on-1. Brooks is going to take it all the way, lay it up, no good. Tip-in doesn't go, but we got a foul. A foul on Gates. I think on Brooks going to the basket. It is going to be on Gates, and that'll be his second. And it is going to be Brooks at the free throw line, shooting 2. Clippy with a big steal. And now here's Brooks at the line. Free throw shot is up and good for Timon Brooks, his first point of the night. Hansen still trying to get that left ankle to work for him. They have retaped the left ankle, and now he's trying to run it off. Second free throw shot, no good, but the rebound comes long to Brooks, and the Rebels keep the ball with 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Pass out front, deflected, if it comes to Waller. Brooks open baseline, pass through the lane, intended for Moore, and now we're going to get a foul on Travis Moore, and that is going to be his third. Brooks won too many passes that time, might have been better off taking the shot. And with that, not in the bonus. That was the 6th team foul, but Falcons going to be in the bonus the rest of the ball game. 4 seconds left in the third quarter. They play it into Harriman. The clock starts. Harriman will get a shot off, but it does not go as the horn sounds to end the third quarter with the score. Northeast 47, BCIG 37. We'll be back in 1 minute. They are down by 10 to the Northeast Rebels, who go zone to begin the fourth quarter. Vermees, jumper away, no good. Gates the rebound for the Falcons. He'll send it back out front to Hansen, who is back in the game. Hansen drives in the lane, loses the ball. Dietrich pushing it ahead, behind the back pass to Brooks. Finger rolls it up and in. What a play between the two cousins. Dietrich pushing it ahead, behind the back pass, off the dribble to Brooks, who finger rolls it up and in to make it 49-37. Now we've got a timeout taken by BCIG. It'll be a 20-second timeout, so we will go ahead and stay here. Falcons with the ball to begin the fourth quarter. Rebels get it off of a turnover. Dietrich pushing it ahead. And again, the behind the back pass off the dribble to Brooks, coming in from the left side, who finger rolled it up and in. 49-37. Rebels with their biggest lead of 12 points just into the fourth quarter. You're in tune to KROS Clinton, Iowa. Glad to have you along this evening. It is going to be Falcons ball. Hanson into the front court after the timeout. They wanted to go to Harriman, and Dietrich kicks it out of play. Harriman now with 20 points in the ball game. He averages a little over 30 points per game. With the ball right side for Mize. Into the corner now to Edson. Rebels are in a zone. Edson has it back in the far corner. Cross court to Hanson in front of his bench. Hanson to Harriman out front. Into the lane. Pulls up 14-footer. Good. Harriman brings his team back to within 10. A minute gone here in the fourth quarter. And now the Rebels turn it over. Harriman from three. The shot no good. Rebound for Mize. Puts it up and in. Vermeis makes it 49-41 as the Rebels turn it over and the Falcons make them pay. Dietrich driving the lane with the left hand. Doesn't get the shot. Offensive foul on Dylan Dietrich. And for Dietrich, that is going to be his fourth. Not the way the fourth quarter. Well, he got off to a good start with the turnover and the basket. But since then, the Rebels have turned it over their last two trips, and now Kevin Enright wants the timeout. 6:35 left to be played in the basketball game. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Fargo Arena. The Rebels were up by 12, but two quick baskets off Northeast turnovers have given BCIG the momentum right now. They are back to within 8 at 49-41 with a lot of time left. 6:35 to play here in the fourth quarter. Rebels drop back defensively. They've got their starting five out there. Brooks, Dietrich now playing with 4 fouls. Lawler, Moore, and Peters. Harriman with the ball, down low to Gates. Gates in the corner, pass into the lane to Harriman. Shot is up and good. 49-43. Now a little pressure put on by the Falcons. Dietrich gets it across the timeline, dribbles out of a double team. Baseline, jumper away, no good. Rebound on the floor. Coming out of there with it is Harriman. Only one man to beat, goes left side to Edson, who will lay it up and in. And it is now a 4-point game, 49-45. And Brooks fouled in the backcourt by Eric Hansen. 8 points run in by the Falcons, and they have pulled to within 4 at 49-45. Can the Rebels weather the storm? 5:50 to play. Brooks into the front court. Brooks into the lane. Wanted to go low to Peters. Does get him the ball. Peters blocked on the way up. It'll be Northeast ball in underneath their basket. The Falcons have ratcheted up the intensity level. It'll be Northeast basketball, and they will have Brooks to play it in underneath their basket. In it comes to Dietrich. Double team. Clears to Moore. 15-footer away. No good. Rebound comes to Vermeis. Falcons with the ball down by 4. Hanson to Gates. Left side to Edson. Back out front it comes down to Hanson. Hanson with it out near the timeline. To Vermeis. Vermeis into the corner. Wanted to go to Harriman. Pass knocked out of play by one of the Northeast Rebels. 5:22 to play. Fourth quarter. Falcons ball. They play it out front now to Hanson. Hanson into the lane. Pushes up the short jumper. Doesn't get it. Rebound battles for it. Comes to Hanson. Put back is good. 49-47. The 12-point lead is evaporated to 2. Into the front court with it is Dylan Dietrich. 5 minutes to play in the game. Dietrich calls for the travel. Harriman came out on him defensively. Dietrich turns it over. A 20-second timeout is going to be taken by the Northeast Rebels. We will stay here with exactly 5 minutes to play in the basketball game. Well, the fourth quarter began with Dylan Dietrich ending up with a loose ball out front. They had a 2-on-1 break. He got the ball to Timon Brooks, who laid it up and in. That made it 49-37, Rebels by 12. Since then, the Falcons have scored 10 straight. They've been aided by some sloppy play by Northeast. Here in the fourth quarter, the Rebels now starting to play a little tentative. Maybe the Falcons have gotten their attention, and they'll play with a little more aggressive nature now. The lead has been trimmed to 2, 49-47. Hanson with the ball. Harriman for three. The shot in and out, no good. Rebound for Mize, doesn't get it. And Moore with the rebound for the Rebels, and Vermise with the reach-in foul. That'll be the 5th team foul on the Falcons. Rebels again will take a look at the press. It'll be Lawler who will play it in. And it comes to Dietrich. Throws it ahead to Lawler, who gets it into the front court. 4:40 to play. Pass out front to Dietrich. Jumper from three. Good! Dylan Dietrich hits the three. It is 52-47 Northeast. Just what the Rebels needed. Harriman with the ball out front, and he turns it over off the dribble. Brooks the steal. He will drive and score. And now the Falcons turn it over. And the Rebels score. 54-47. They've got the lead back to 7. Gates, right side to Hanson. Vermise in the corner. Jumper away. Good. Vermise for the Falcons. Rebels against the press. Moore helping out. Gets it to Brooks ahead to Dietrich. Under 4 minutes to play. Lawler with the ball. Right wing. Low to Peters. Peters gathers himself. Goes up. And he is fouled by Harriman. And that is going to be 4 on their 6'5" All-Stater, Casey Harriman. Now Peters, not a very good free throw shooter at the line, where he is 0 of 2. 54-49 Northeast. Free throw shot is up and no good. Missed everything. Peters will have one more free throw coming. Moore out to settle his teammate down. One more free throw now. That is on its way and good. It hit the front of the rim and crawled in. 55-49 Northeast. Falcons quickly into the front court. Hanson into the lane. We got a reach-in foul on Brooks. For Brooks, that'll be his 3rd. And going to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1 will be Eric Hanson. Hanson, a 73% free throw shooter at the line, shooting the front end of the 1-and-1. 55-49 Northeast. 3:42 left. Everybody getting set along the lane. We got some people in deep foul trouble. And at the free throw line now, Eric Hanson. Sophomore. Free throw shot is up and good. 55-50. Hanson will have to sit out the last minute 30 of the third quarter to get that left ankle retaped. At the free throw line, he now has one more coming. That is on its way and good. He got them both. 55-51. Again the press. Lawler helping against the press will now get it to Brooks. Brooks across the timeline. Brooks into the lane, loses it off the dribble. Harriman the steal. He pushes it ahead for the Falcons. Brooks tried to take it away from behind, and Brooks is going to pick up his 4th foul instead, and he is going to send a 75% free throw shooter to the line. Timon Brooks gets up limping a little bit now, favoring his left ankle. So Harriman at the line, and it is still the 1-and-1. Harriman a little shaken up himself. Brooks still walking off the effects. Harriman, the front end of the 1-and-1. The shot is no good. The rebound battled for and out of bounds off Northeast. They were volleyballing it around. It was last touched by the Rebels, and it will be Falcons ball in underneath their basket. And to play it in will be Casey Harriman. Harriman throws it into Vermeij. Vermeij leaves it out on the wing for Edson. Now Gates with the ball in the corner to Hansen. Hansen back out front to Edson. Into the middle, Harriman turns right. Shot off the glass, around and in. The lead is down to 2 once more, 55-53. Dietrich against the press, gets it into the front court. Dietrich works out of a double team. Throws it out front now to Lawler. Lawler the lane, pushes up the shot, gets it. Jeff Lawler, a drive of the lane. Lawler makes it 57-53, the other way for Buys. Gets behind the defense, lays it up and in. 57-55, Rebels now 2:45 to play in the game. Anybody's ball game. Lawler with it, Northeast spreading the floor. Dietrich with the dribble between the rings. Vermeij and Harriman come out on him. Now Stuart Moore, left side to Brooks. Into the lane, finger rolls it up, no good. Rebound, Harriman. Or actually, Gates. It is going to be Falcons ball. And now we got a timeout taken by Battle Creek Ida Grove with 2:19 to play. The Rebels on top, 57-55. We will be back in 30 seconds. Welcome back to Wells Fargo Arena. 3 lead changes, 5 ties first half. Northeast was up by 7, 33-26 at the end of the first half. They have held the lead ever since, but very, very tenuous right now at 57-55, and the Falcons with an opportunity to tie it or shoot for the lead with a 3-point field goal. For Northeast, Brooks, Dietrich, Lawler, Peters, and Moore out on the floor. Falcons play it in. Hansen's got it out front. Takes it right side off a screen. In the corner, Edson for 3. The shot is good. 58-57. Edson puts his team on top. 58-57. Rebels into the front court now with 2 minutes to play. Dietrich, left of the lane to the basket, leaves it short. Rebound, Harriman. Rebels have to get back on defense now with 1:45 to play. Harriman handling the ball out front. And now it'll be the Falcons who will spread the floor. With the ball, Hansen to Harriman. They are a very good free throw shooting team. Harriman and Hansen in particular, and they're going to have the ball. Harriman drives toward the lane, then kicks it back out front. Vermeij, right side pass. Edson with the basketball. Edson now gets it to Harriman. 1:20 to play. Down by 1 are the Rebels, and chasing the ball around on defense. 1:12 to play. Hansen's got it out front. He works left side. Brooks trailing him. Now Gates, and he will dribble it back toward the timeline. Peters comes out on him. We're under a minute to play. Gates into the lane. Leaves it low for Vermeij. Gets the shot, and he was fouled. And this is going to be big because he can make it a 4-point game with the free throw shot. Foul was on Peters. That'll be his 4th. Trevor Kleppe is going to come into the basketball game. Vermeij, 2 out of 4 from the line, has 1 shot coming. 1 free throw for Vermeij. It is on its way, and no good. Rebound, more of the Rebels. Down by 3, Northeast with the ball. Brooks has got it. You got to think Dietrich. And Brooks almost loses it off the dribble. Dietrich runs it down. Dietrich from three. He gets it, and he was fouled. I don't believe it. The ball was slapped away from Kevin Brooks. Dietrich ran it down in the backcourt. Launched a long three. He was fouled as he hit the shot, and now will go to the free throw line to try and complete a 4-point play. The foul is on Cate. The free throw shot is good, and the Rebels are on top, 61-60. A timeout taken by Northeast. 42 seconds remain. 61-60 Northeast back in 30 seconds. Just incredible. Dylan Dietrich hitting that three-point shot as he was fouled. Gets the free throw, and the Rebels are back up. 61-60. It is going to be Falcons ball with 42 seconds remaining. Both sides are in the bonus. The Falcons are in the double bonus. They'll be getting 2 free throws to the Rebels, 1-1. Eric Edson will play it in. Edson, as the Rebels slap on some full court pressure, and it comes to Harriman. Harriman gets it into the front court. Harriman into the lane, going to finger roll it up, no good. Rebound comes to Dietrich, and he is fouled. Harriman drives the lane, didn't get it to go. The rebound, Dietrich, and we will walk to the other end of the floor, and it is going to be the 1-1. Foul is on Vermeis. Dietrich evidently must have been cut, scratched, and I would imagine they will allow the Northeast Rebels an opportunity to take care of that situation. Looks like he may have got a cut just under the left eye, and assistant coach Mark Lee is tending to that. What a basketball game this has been between the 4 and the 5 seeds.
Bloody nose.
So we got a bloody nose, and actually it's a bloody nose, not a cut. And they have stuffed some cotton up into that left nostril of Dylan Dietrich. So he is at the free throw line, cotton in the left nostril, shooting the front end of the 1-1. 61-60 Northeast. Free throw shot, no good. Rebound comes long to the Rebels. It comes to Clippy, and Lawler with the ball is fouled. We're down to 30 seconds. The foul was on Harriman, and that is his 5th. Casey Harriman is just fouled out. They're all staters. 8th all-time in scoring. And he fouls out with 30 seconds remaining, having scored 26 points. And believe it or not, folks, that is 5 points under his average. At the free throw line now, Lawler, there for the first time tonight. Free throw shot is up, no good. Rebound comes to the Falcons, down by 1. With the ball, Vermeis, baseline shot, no good. Rebound, Brooks. Brooks dribbles it ahead. Brooks to the baseline and fouled on the way in. And now they are into the 2-shot bonus. Talk about living on the ledge. The Rebels have missed the front end of the 1-1 twice, but they now have Brooks at the line shooting 2, and he misses this one. One more opportunity. Brooks with one more free throw coming. That is on its way, and good. He gets 1 out of 2. 62-60. With 18 seconds remaining, the Falcons are going to take a timeout. We will stay here. Looked like the Rebels had things in hand early in the fourth quarter of stealing a basket. Put them up by 12. But then the Falcons came storming back. 10 unanswered, got them to within 2 at 49-47. The Rebels would get a 3-point shot by Dietrich and a basket by Brooks. to make it 54-47. But then they would get outscored 13-3 as the Falcons would get the lead at 60-57. Then when things were looking good for the Northeast Rebels, it looked like they were going to turn it over. Dietrich runs down a loose ball in the backcourt, launches a long three. He was fouled, got the basket, got the free throw. That made it 61-60. Since then, they've been living on the edge. They have made only 1 out of 4 free throws down the stretch. They are up by 2, so a 3-point shot, and that is in the arsenal of the Falcons, could put them back up. Full court pressure being put on by Northeast. You're in tune to KROS. Wood and I, we're glad to have you along this evening. In it comes to Vermeis in the backcourt. Vermeis across the timeline. Sends it back out front to Hansen. Hansen left side off a screen for 3. No good. Long rebound. On the floor. Battled for. Shot pushed up. No good. Shot in underneath. Doesn't go. But we got a foul in underneath with 2.4 seconds remaining. Moore picking up his 4th. And going to the line will be Matt Gates. He is 1 out of 2. His team is down by 2. He is shooting 2 free throws with 2.4 seconds left. The first one is up and good. Makes it 62-61. And now the Northeast Rebels are going to take a timeout. Let Matt Gates think about this a little bit. Boy, free throws, how important have they been down the stretch? Northeast at the front end of the 1-and-1, Dietrich, and then Lawler. And then Brooks getting to the line, making only 1 out of 2. And now here it is with the game on the line, at the free throw line, Matt Gates getting the front end. Gates on the year, now one of their better free throw shooters at only 57% on the year. If he makes this one, in all likelihood, we'll be looking at an overtime. And remember, the Falcons will have All-Stater Harriman on the bench. He fouled out with 26 points and with 30 seconds remaining in the basketball game. So back to the line we go after the timeout. It is Matt Gates, 6'2" senior. He made the front end and now has one more coming, trying to set up a possible overtime. He now has the basketball. Eyes the basket. Shot on the way. It is no good. Rebound comes to Northeast. And that is the ball game. The Northeast Rebels hold on to win it 62-61. An improbable finish to an incredible basketball game. The 4 and 5 seeds put on a tremendous battle here at the Wells Fargo Arena. Northeast will play Thursday afternoon at 2 o'clock against the number 1 seed, Fort Dodge St. Edmunds Scales, and we'll have it for you on KROS Thursday afternoon. Right now, the Northeast Rebels out on the floor congratulating themselves as Battle Creek Ida Grove will have a fine season come to a close at 24-2, and their 6'5" senior Harriman getting ready for a collegiate basketball career at Creighton University. And we will be back to wrap things up for you from Des Moines in 1 minute. And welcome back to the Wells Fargo Arena for a final time as we wrap this one up for you tonight. The Northeast Rebels on their 6th trip to state finally get past the first round, but barely, 62-61. At the outset, again, both teams a little tentative as you would expect out here in Des Moines, and it was 5-3 Battle Creek Ida Grove early when the Rebels put together a 6-point run to go up 9-5, but then it would be the Falcons who would put together an offensive run. They would close out the first quarter with an 11-9 advantage. The run would continue into the second quarter. They would get up by 7 at 16-9. It would still be a 7-point difference at 18-11 when the Rebels got things going offensively, and they got things going by getting the ball inside. A basket by Moore. A basket by Peters on the low block. A three-point play by Travis Moore, and then Moore again down low. Made it 20-18 in favor of the Falcons. Harriman tied it at 20 all. But again, the Rebels would go inside. Back-to-back field goals by Peters and a short baseline jumper by Dietrich would have the Rebels up 26-20, and they would be on top 33-26 at the half. They would build the lead to 10 at the end of three quarters at 47-37 as they scored the final 5 points of that third quarter. And then as the fourth quarter began, a steal and a basket by Brooks off a fine assist by Dietrich would give the Rebels their biggest lead of 12 at 49-37. But it served to wake up the Falcons and their all-stater, Casey Harriman. He got a basket. It was a steal and a basket by Vermeij. Another basket by Harriman. A field goal by Edson and a basket by Hansen. A 10-point run by the Falcons, and the Rebels' lead was 2 at 49-47. Rebels settled down. Dylan Dietrich hit a three-point shot, and then it was Moore with a putback basket to make it 54-47. A Vermeij field goal, followed by a Peters free throw, made it 55-49 Northeast. But then at that point, the Falcons would outscore the Rebels 11-2 to take the lead at 60-57. It got a little dramatic then as well, with the score 60-57. Northeast in possession of the ball. It was slapped away by Timon Brooks at midcourt. Dylan Dietrich ran it down in the backcourt, crossed the timeline, launched a long three, and was fouled. The basket dropped. He went to the free throw line, made the free throw. That would make it 61-60. They would hold the lead in spite of themselves. They go to the free throw line. Dietrich missing the front end. Lawler missing the front end. Brooks goes to the line, makes only 1 out of 2. It is 62-60. And with 2 seconds left, sure enough, at the free throw line, this time the Falcons, Gates gets the first, a timeout taken. After the timeout, he misses the second. The Rebels get the rebound and the victory. They improved to 25-1, and again will play Fort Dodge St. Edmunds on Thursday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Taking a look at the statistics in the ball game for Northeast, 26 out of 53 from the floor, 5 of 10 from threes, just 5 of 12 from the free throw line. The big rebound advantage that they had at the end of the first half, they would still hold that advantage, out-rebounding Battle Creek Ida Grove 34-26 on the night. Both teams guilty of turnovers. The Rebels actually turned it over one more time than the Falcons, 17 turnovers to 16 for Battle Creek Ida Grove. Looking at the individual scoring now, first of all for the Falcons, led by Harriman with 26. Again, he fouls out with 30 seconds left. Vermeij with 12. Edson had 11. Hansen with 8. And Matt Gates with 4. For the Northeast Rebels, led by Dylan Dietrich with 24. Moore had 15. Peters also in double figures with 13. 12 of his points coming in the first half. 6 for Timon Brooks, Jeff Lawler with 2, and Trevor Clippy with 2. So the Northeast Rebels advance. For the first time, they get to the semifinal round with a 62-61 victory over Battle Creek Ida Grove. They will play Thursday afternoon at 2 o'clock, and we'll have it for you on KROS, brought to you by these fine Northeast Sports boosters. No Fear, Shelley Accounting and Tax Service, Don's Jewelry, Rastrelli's Restaurant, Moore Painting, Kelly Heating and Oil, Nebling Insurance, the Goose Lake C-Store, the Sherlock Locker, Gateway State Bank, Central Realty, Anderson Pharmacy, Iowa Covert, and Lomore. Again, 6261 Northeast. For Mary Detterman, Gene Dimkowski back at the studios. Gary Detterman thanking you for listening. Good evening, everyone.